Ramble.
So what's really great about this is that we kind of came in here with our fearless leader, Zach Kornfeld, and we're going to have to find him, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, by the way, we're at Mythical Kitchen. Zach immediately disappeared.
Yeah, Zach sort of faded into the wings, and I thought that was really interesting for him to sort of... We came into an environment where we normally don't go here, and we're sort of wandering in past people on laptops enjoying themselves. I know, so we don't have our in.
Zach, this is so embarrassing.
Zach, we lost you. Oh, how's it going, man?
Hi.
Good to see you.
Okay, one sec.
Oh
my gosh.
I do want to sweat.
How you doing, Rainie?
That was such an entrance. Also, I just sat down on your couch.
Sorry,
Everybody, we can make room. We can make room.
Headphones on, so she could not be screaming.
The dumbbells are a great example of collective bargaining from labor in the Mythical Kitchen, because what had happened, our female talent was like, hey, we need like standardized makeup budget for shoot days. And like, we don't have a hair and makeup artist typically. And they were like, yeah, that absolutely makes sense. Like all the talent's going to get a makeup budget. I took my whole budget and I put it into dumbbells.
How much does how much? Hey, we're here at the Mythical Kitchen offices. We're here with Josh Scher. We're hanging out. How much does a dumbbell cost? Because you said you put your whole budget to that, and that seems wrong. It seems like you got ripped off.
They can't be. Are they priced per pound?
They are priced per pound, and you can buy like an adjustable dumbbell set. I know this is what people want to hear.
Yeah, they love this.
You can buy an adjustable dumbbell set on like Amazon for very cheap, and you can take it from 5 pounds to 50 pounds, and it's probably $100. These together, I think, cost $180, and there was no price tag on them. And I got up to the Big Five cash register, and they said $180.
$180,
and I was too proud to just take it. Go like, oh no, thank you.
Oh, and also because they're heavy, so you're like, I know that I'm gonna have you, the cashier, move these.
Do you think that you can lift 30 pounds?
Oh, no problem. I can even lift it proudly, Zach. Watch, it's gonna be really easy for me to do. Okay, 30 pounds. Well, obviously doing this all the time. What? 30 pounds of pure muscle.
You're so strong.
Honestly, I don't lift weights. And recently, somebody, it was Kelsey Dara, told me that weightlifting is the number one way to extend your life.
That can't be true.
Care to comment?
Care to comment, Josh?
I have destroyed myself from weightlifting. It has been a huge part of my life, but I fractured my back and have 3 bulging discs and a torn rotator cuff and a torn labrum.
What are we talking, L5S1?
L5 is where the fracture is. Yeah.
Cool.
So tell me about this, because this is what the people want to hear. They came here for food, and we're going to talk about pain.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You are maybe the strongest man I know.
Thank you.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, interesting. Miles is standing right here.
But you also, like, every time we want you to, like, okay, we've had you on our channel, and you were like, oh, I can't bend down because I broke my back.
That's correct.
But then you're also still weightlifting. So what the fuck is going on with you?
That's a great question. So what happened? I will say.
Are you in pain all the time?
Yes.
And are you doing anything about it?
My whole life. No. Because so my whole life, it's always been food and sports, and most people know me from food. But like, I went to school on a track and field scholarship for.
Runner. I'm a runner too.
Well, so I'm not a runner.
Not as good. But.
I'm not a runner. I did shot put, hammer throw, and discus.
Oh my gosh, the best parts of Mario Kart Olympics.
Yes. Bowser and the hammer throw kills it. And that's the only way that people know what hammer throwing is. But it is such a life of chronic pain that all these athletes go through, because your body isn't supposed to take a 16-pound ball and throw it 250 feet. And so my whole life, even like I had a permanent blood blister on my finger from where the hammer released. But it was super normal for me. Not only normal, it was like, this is good because you have a scholarship. This is your ticket to the next part of your life.
What do you do for pain management? Do you have any fun bombs? Any, no? You want some?
I kinda, yeah.
I had it in my pocket and I took it out right before we left our office.
Your CBD bomb?
It's so good.
You put it on me one time and it was like my body was electrocuted. It was totally weird.
Was it nice though?
It was nice.
CBD,
it is nice.
lidocaine, and menthol, so it like lights you up like a Christmas tree.
I would love that. I have never taken any effort into pain management.
So you just let it ride.
I let it ride, and also I love any sort of stimulation because it distracts me from it.
Right.
Which is why I'm constantly like listening to incredibly heavy music, like Norwegian black metal kind of stuff. I mean, from the moment I wake up, from like 6 in the morning to 8, I'm in the gym and I'm doing some sort of physical stimulation and just blasting metal. There's some crazy stuff coming out of Australia now. Shout out to Kim Dracula, Live, Conform, Die.
Kim Dracula,
Huge
fan of the show.
Kim Dracula.
Kim Dracula is an avid tripod listener.
Yeah,
Spicy
she's loving the show.
food, that helps. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Huh,
Yeah.
distraction. It's all about distraction.
So I
Correct.
have a like an acupressure mat, and it's just a spiky fucking mat.
Okay.
And it hurts, but it hurts good.
It's the one with it like kind of pins your little body.
Okay,
into
actually,
tiny
here's another
needles.
example. I was walking along the beach. Love that. And I was doing that thing like where you like walk barefoot like on like rocks and shells.
Yeah.
And it hurts. And everyone else I was with was like, ow, no, I have to get out. And to me, I was like, no, I find this so meditative. I find it so grounding and peaceful. And I realized it's because it's like the right amount of pain that it allows me to tap out of the other pain.
You're like the kid in high school wearing shorts being like, it's not that cold. I actually really like it. I actually love it. It's so good.
Okay, that's me.
I tried to be a shorts kid in the winter because I was so enamored by the kids that could just wear shorts no matter the temperature.
Yeah.
And they're nuts.
I was enamored by it.
Tell me this, Josh. Are you doing the cold plunges? Everybody's doing the cold plunges these days.
I'm not doing the cold plunges. I would try it. I don't think I believe in the panaceic science of it all, or people
I don't even know what that word means.
panacea is.
I didn't ask for an explanation.
Okay, that's fine.
And actually, we don't want to know. Panacea is sort of the big. It was the big country. It was
Panem.
no, close. Well,
Sorry.
okay, you're talking about the Hunger Games.
yeah.
You're talking about Pangea.
Pangea.
I'm talking about Pangea.
Did you guys ever play that game in college, the drinking game?
And just
Pangea?
1 second.
Sorry.
Rainie,
Panacea means cure-all. I have to say it. Panacea means cure-all.
what if our game today is to not let Josh explain things?
Terrible game.
That would
Good
kill me.
game.
That would
So- kill you.
physically kill me.
So this is that the science behind like the types of fat that cold plunges target, you don't believe in.
Not only do I not believe in it, I feel it's demonstrably false. I think it's just not true at all.
Really?
So the reason I bring it up is because here's what I wonder. When I take my dog out to pee at night and I'm wearing a t-shirt,
Yeah.
am I not cold plunging into the air?
no.
Fuck you.
Well, here's what I'll say. Have you done it once?
I used to do a lot of ice baths and contrast bathing,
Sure.
which is, they just call that cold plunges now, right?
Yeah, well, I think it's like, I guess you do,
Same shit.
because I'm kind of a cold plunge king, and you're shattering my world here. But
Are you really? I didn't know
I
that.
do like to do it, but you know what I'm saying is it's not for any sort of exercise reason.
No, it's up here.
It's for your
It's
brain.
for the mind, where
Yeah.
it feels like what I want coffee to do.
Yeah.
It's afterwards I get
100%.
like me and my friends. This is like probably the dorkiest thing about me, but we do cold.
Well, don't sell yourself short.
Can I talk to you for a second, Zach? So we'll do cold plunges.
me in front of my new friend Josh.
way.
I want him to think I'm cool.
That's never gonna happen. You basically will do a cold plunge and then do improv in my friend's backyard, and it's like
That's not dorky at all.
unbelievably. Thank you,
You know,
Rainie,
I
for
tell
validating
people
me.
about this.
You do?
I tell every time cold plunge comes up or every time improv comes up, I tell people what you do and I say, isn't that just the most darling thing you've ever heard?
Well, it really because it gives you this like buzz.
Yeah.
That you just feel buzzing, and I like that a lot about it.
All right, enough of this bullshit. Let's go around the office.
Okay, wait. Before we go, I really have to ask a number of questions about this office.
Yeah.
Number one, who?
Rainey, can I ask you a question before you ask your questions?
Yeah, of course.
It's not a question, it's a statement. There's no way your camera's shooting anything, right?
It's getting gold.
It's vibes.
This is
Okay.
actually
Getting the
a good
best
point. Honestly,
thing.
this will be my cam, so now I can just focus on Zach.
Okay,
as
great.
long as me and Rainie are triangulated, we're capturing everything. We'll show a couple questions here. You've got the baby food eating contest champion belt
Yeah.
on the walls here.
So you guys, I ran away from you because I've been to this office many times over the years. This office has gone through many variations. This was Mythical when they had what was it? It was like a YouTube show.
We called it GMM 22, and I don't know why.
It was a jam-packed season that YouTube paid for. They bought this extra space. They built it out. Then I think I'm not spoiling anything by saying they hated that experience.
We were making 4 full-length videos a day.
Oh, you know what it was?
oh my
It was-
God, that's crazy.
It started out as super jam-packed episodes of Mythical, and then they were like, no, let's break them up into segments, right? So it was 4 episodes of Mythical every single. That's fucking crazy. So then,
insane.
Hello.
Hello.
So then this office was just like, hey, we got space. They let us do an episode of, I think the second ever episode of Without a Recipe we shot here.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's right.
And then this became the Smosh offices for a little bit. When I walked over here, this, I believe, was Ian's office at one point. And now it's the Mythical Kitchen office.
And now it's us. And we have some really cool artwork from our new cookbook. Boom, getting in a cookbook plug.
Yeah, so
Nice.
when the hell am I going to get a copy of that?
We have currently
I
one
want
copy
you to
that
send
exists.
me. I want you to send me the care package.
Oh, Zach.
We might
here
we
we
might
go.
do something crazy because here's the thing about the care packages. No one
They're a total
cares.
waste of money.
They're a waste of money.
They're a total waste of
Absolute
money.
waste. So we're thinking about, instead of doing care packages, trying to lure all of our cool LA friends to one location and actually do something cool and give
Cook
people
for
a
us.
book.
You should cook for us.
Well, what if it was someone that was even better at cooking than me?
Right,
Cook for
impossible.
you that was inspired. What if I told you it's so possible for somebody?
What if I told you I'm mostly talking?
Do you remember what Roy Choi said to me during the episode of Phoning It In that we shot?
No,
right
but
when
I bet
walked
you
through the door?
remember.
Oh boy, I do.
I bet you fucking
I
do.
walked into set and I did not. Roy Choi, one of my culinary heroes.
Of course.
Known him since I was in college and I was a food journalist. And I walk on set and he goes, "Haha, Josh, what the fuck? You're not a chef."
No way.
Because I'm not. I'm not.
I would break down. I would start crying
and I
on site.
had to cook Korean food for him because it ended up being a HelloFresh.
Yeah, we had a sponsorship on that one.
And it was like a ground turkey bulgogi thing, and I had to cook with that. But you had to cook with that. And then it's for Roy Choi, who is the patron saint of Korean American cooking. But he's correct, because when he knew me and we worked together, I was a journalist. I've been in food media my whole career. I've worked in restaurants a little bit.
And you had reviewed it, like you knew him from before your,
yeah,
for years.
I covered his new restaurant openings. I reviewed his restaurants for a major magazine in Los Angeles. So it's called Los Angeles the Magazine. And so I've known him from that angle. And so I'm not a chef to him, but boy, is that not heartening when the judge goes, "What the fuck? You're not a chef."
Roy is, if for people not in Los Angeles,
That is tough.
Roy Choi is just as iconic a chef as it gets, and as accomplished a chef as it gets. He essentially is single-handedly responsible for creating the food truck wave in LA, by extension in the country. Every restaurant he has is so delicious, and every time I meet him, I never know if he loves me or hates me.
Yeah,
Because he
same.
keeps coming back. He loves
Somehow.
shooting with us.
You guys pay him $100,000 an episode,
We
right?
empty the bank, and then he's there. And as soon as he gets, I'm like, "Oh, Roy's coming back. He must love us." And then he gets there, and I'm like, "I think this guy fucking hates me." And then at the end, he's like, "So great to see you. We'll do it again."
Yeah.
there was. I forget if this was me or something Eugene cooked, where he quietly takes out his phone and takes a picture. And this wasn't for camera. He was just doing it for him. And we go, "Roy, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, I just want to remember one of the worst moments of my life."
That's so funny.
He's the Simon Cowell of the food industry.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay.
I think he's being completely
It's
himself.
genuine.
Right?
Yeah.
he's
it is.
himself.
It's not an
He's
act.
100%.
I mean, speaking of Gordon Ramsay, you know him personally.
Great. So I go, me and Gordon, best
How did
friends now.
How did he smell? Nice, like cologne?
He's
That's
got to
how
smell like
very
anise.
very faint cologne, kind of like Parker House rolls. If you spritzed them with some Aqua de Jo, really nice actually.
Let's start walking around, and I want to hear more
Wait,
about
can I
Gordon
walk
Ramsay,
somewhere
but I
very
wanna-
specifically?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
you guys shouldn't come in because I was expecting somebody to be like, "Hey,
ready for you?"
Yeah. And then instead, I just see Zach kind of meandering, and because when they said that they're ready for you, I was gonna go pee first.
Right.
You have
Can
to
I-
pee, so we'll take you by the bathroom.
Yeah, let's go to the bathroom.
Let's go to the bathroom.
Beautiful bathrooms.
Oh,
here
those are
at
my
the Mythical
headphones, not
office.
any equipment dragging. Okay.
And then I'm just going to leave my phone there, so we'll just make a lap later.
This
go
is
ahead
like
and come
How distracting are we? To
You ever
be
watch
honest?
Waterworld? They have
The
the kind of
Kevin Costner
yeah, it won the Oscar.
classic, It
Greatest
did
movie
not
of all
win an
time.
Oscar.
And won the Oscar.
Won.
They have little flotillas where they're tied together. That's what I feel like we're doing right now.
Isn't that one of the most? Okay, go ahead, Miles.
No. Go ahead. Yeah.
So you're
This
gonna
is
go
the
to the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll just take a break.
Just
here.
number one.
If you need to take a
you
number
want us
two,
to
just
time
don't.
you?
No, I'll take it. All right, cool.
Here, let's go into this kitchen over
All
here.
right, we'll just go right here.
Beautiful
Zach, are we
bathrooms.
blowing this?
No, we're doing so Zach, the bathroom we gotta be as cool as that bathroom.
It's a cute bathroom.
It's
Also, our office looks stupid as frick compared to this.
I would
Look at all
say
the cool
that,
shit on the wall.
Yeah, I believe Rhett's wife, whose name I'm blanking on, designed this whole spot, and she's very talented.
I just think that I'm just still in the bathrooms and how ours are corporate.
Our bathrooms also have that fucking sink.
Because you saw that they had cool wallpaper in their bathroom.
And then nice sink.
And what do we have? A fucking sink that blows soap in your eyes. And it's because it's an automatic sink.
Look,
and you
I'm
put
not
your hand.
happy
No,
about the
let me
sink.
explain it.
I'm
Let me
with
complain
you.
about it just one more time, because I think we've talked about it a lot on the pod. Basically, you'll soap your hands up, get them all ready, soap, and you put them in, and the dryer comes on, and it blows the soap right into your eyes.
The other thing we have in the bathroom is just one single frame that says 5 stars would poop here again, which is kind of funny, but it's kind of
Like,
it's
you-
kind
It
of
was funny the
it's
first time.
chuggy.
Oh,
Very
it's chuggy. Okay, Rainey, let's hear a
it's
joke
millennial
pitch.
core.
Let's hear a joke pitch for the bathroom.
I want to be clear. I didn't design it.
I
think it's
just-
time.
I
I
do
think it's
wanna-
time for a new energy.
I agree.
I think we redo the bathroom.
I think we hire the person to do this
Rainey,
office.
you're up.
Hell yeah.
Holy
What's my budget?
shit! Rainey develops the office.
$1 million?
Blank check, Rainey. As if you do,
Yes.
if you use your 2 bare hands, I will spare no expense.
I'm loving this.
Welcome back.
How'd it go?
Well, it took extra. Pretty good. It took extra long because I had to pre-wash my hands
Why?
because I ate some spicy Thai larb.
Oh,
And
larb
I-
on
brag
the
much.
penis is not going to be good.
No. And I've had that happen before. I tweeted something about like part of sexual health is also notifying your partners if you've handled chilies, because that happened to me on a date to myself. Luckily, very luckily, I touched my genitals before. Yeah,
So lucky.
she. Much rather it be me than
So
her.
lucky.
Much rather it be me than her.
Did
And
she?
I,
What did she have to? This is an episode of High Maintenance. This happens as well.
Oh, really?
The show. He puts.
Yeah,
together
we're blocked
chilies.
in the
Oh
hallway.
yeah,
Someone's
let's
trying
just
to
get,
get
let's
We'll
get
just get out of here.
We can move into
But
an
so
open space.
you had to notify her.
Oh my
Hi, I just want to let you know that my penis is on fire.
Yeah, and you know, clean STI panel, but
But I did.
I was
chilies.
Oh my god.
yeah. But I was making salsa. She loves spicy food, and that was pretty cool. And I love cooking for people as like an act of service, and I love peeing. And when all those things combine,
It's a natural disaster.
Okay, so this kitchen is beautiful.
You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it really is.
so we initially shot all of the before the Mythical Kitchen spin-off channel existed. We were publishing the videos onto the Good Mythical Morning channel,
Yeah.
and we didn't have our full kitchen set, which we can go into later. We were shooting here, where y'all shot without a recipe.
Right.
But now we've since launched another food brand at Mythical called Sporked, which
yeah.
is like a mostly a written publication.
Oh,
And
yeah, good
so right
point.
now Sporked is testing out the best gluten-free frozen pizzas.
It's Costco.
oh,
Is it really?
You think it's
Yeah, I think
Costco?
it's Costco for sure.
I don't know, do they have Kirkland out there?
Oh, if they
I'm
don't
impressed.
have it, that's tough.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at a couple of these options, and I'm thinking that's going to be a no. But Kirkland does have decent pizza.
I love Costco.
I think what they do should be illegal.
Costco?
Tell
Costco
me.
and Trader Joe's. So they do something called white labeling, where
I love
Uh-huh.
it. I love you so much for saying this. Let's hear it.
Go
it's,
off.
to me, it's just not a transparent process. Not a lot is transparent within like
Yeah.
industrial food packing in America.
Yeah.
But Trader Joe's, everybody assumes it's like healthy for some reason.
Oh, great.
No,
know what
it's
I mean?
just
It's
the
not.
design is just they just have my number.
Right?
They just know what I want to see.
And they know what a lot of people love
Yeah.
to see. But a lot of Trader Joe's products ditto with Kirkland, but Kirkland's a little bit more naked on it. Like everybody knows Kirkland's vodka is Kettle
Right.
One or Grey Goose or whatever.
Oh, I did not know that. That's
yeah.
interesting.
And so they are using
Everyone knew that for sure.
they are
Everyone
using-
definitely knew that.
We're all so smart as you, huh?
They're using like other big name company factories and then just putting their own label on it, kind of obscuring where it comes from. So if you're going to Trader Joe's specifically
Yeah.
and you think something is going to be healthier or more organic, whatever, because they've kind of used their marketing materials in that way,
Yeah.
it could be coming from General Mills or Kellogg's or Campbell's or another
Yeah.
big name producer. And Costco does the same exact thing with their Kirkland signature brand.
You're sort of like matcha Mandarin chicken bites
Yeah.
or whatever are going to just be made by a different big box store.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sears,
And
for
not
example.
all the time, but
Yeah.
in the event that it is, like you should know roughly where your dollars are going.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's keep moving.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to keep it moving here.
Show us your favorite parts of the office.
Okay, well, this is cool. This is our conference room.
Ooh.
And so if you really want to intimidate somebody in a one-on-one meeting, you just invite them in here and you sit at
Wow.
opposite ends of the table.
Oh,
And
this
by the
is
way,
so
it's a
sick. Hey, Zach.
huge-
Zach, are you kidding
Zach,
me?
are you kidding me?
Wow,
Look at all the
dude,
awards
look at
they
all the
have.
weapons.
We have all the
Come
awards.
on,
Yeah,
we only
yeah.
have like one.
I did think we have a lot of awards, and then I came into this room, and I'm now feeling like we have less awards.
Okay, we have one streaming, but I did steal it.
it. Okay, there are 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, how many? 9.
What are the coils?
Those are 12 Webbies.
Those are Webbies.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, 14 Webbies.
I think those 2 are ours. I think those 2 are Mythical Kitchen Webbies.
5 Streamies. Thank you. Yeah, hug me. 5. I don't even know what the fuck this is.
The headphones?
Signal Award. I want that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I won one of
I'm
these.
sorry. Is that a podcast award?
Did you ever
Wait,
see?
I'm sorry. Whoa. You won?
Yeah, I won a signal.
Well, okay. Did you ever see the clip from Jim Carrey at the MTV Movie Awards where he goes up there and he gives the acceptance speech where he goes, "Thank you to MTV for creating this award show, knowing that if actors didn't show up, they would be perceived as rude."
Yeah.
And so it's basically just the power of if you start an award, people start caring about it. Signal, I think, is about 2 or 3 years old. Not to invalidate your Signal Award because we all worked hard for our Signal Awards.
Yeah.
But I think it is like a 2 or 3 year old award. They made cool ass trophies.
It's a cool
though.
Well, this
trophy.
is a 2023 winner. Ear biscuits.
Yeah.
It's a
Wait,
very...
no, show one of ours.
Oh, no, hold the fuck
Where's the hot dog as a sandwich?
Because it's a very cool trophy, and I don't have one.
Well, I won one,
Oh my
Zach,
gosh.
for my show Perfect Person, but honestly,
We are going to have to bleep.
No, we're not going to bleep.
I don't.
But it's But what's great about it is that I won the listener's
You have a
choice.
fucking award?
I have a signal award. Yeah,
You
fucking
gotta
bitch. But I remember I told everyone to vote for me, and I was like, vote for the signal, and it was so clear that I won by a landslide, and they gave me silver. And a little thing that was like listener's choice, silver.
We don't know what the silver, gold, and bronze means, but we have one of each.
And then they gave the award to some other fucking guy.
Wait, which
Jay
one won
Shetty.
gold?
You hear that, Jay Shetty? You can
Wow.
fucking eat my ass. Let's
Hot dog as a
go.
sandwich, the only one that's won gold. Let the record show.
Hell yeah.
Did you accept the award?
I think now's the first time I've fully accepted it.
They don't
Oh,
have.
you didn't go
Do you
to
want to
There's
do
no
a
award
Do you want to
show.
do a speech right
just-
now?
Yeah, do a speech,
Yeah,
do a
let's do
speech.
And the winner of the 2023 Gold whatever Signal Award is a hot dog as a sandwich,
Oh my
food and drink.
Oh my God, no, I can't. I can't.
Heavy.
I just, to all those who've come before me, I stand on the I stand.
Shout out the
I
tripod.
just never thought it. Shout out the
shout-
tripod.
shout out the
and
tripod,
Jay Shetty out there.
No, don't shout at Jay Shetty. Take it
Piercing
back.
the watch. I'm so sorry. I just get really emotional about these things. I stand on the shoulders of giants.
Now, would you say as a creator,
Yeah.
is it safe to say that an award is really all that matters?
That is why we do it.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Fuck the audience. Fuck the community. It's about this. This is so heavy. What is this? I've never lifted
Rainie,
it before.
I want
That's
to.
sick.
I'm gonna hold this for a second. Hold it.
It's also kind of loose. This moves.
It moves.
What is this made of tungsten? What?
I mean,
That's crazy.
this is heavy.
We need one.
It feels good though.
I
yeah?
feel like I'm
Signal
gonna drop
Awards,
it
the
on my
fuck,
foot.
bro.
You
We have the best podcast that ever existed. Okay, actually, Josh, if you don't mind, just
Go ahead.
stepping out for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Our podcasts are way better than the fucking mythical podcast. What do they do? They talk about.
Zach's
Zach,
ego
look
is
at
like
the
really
Zach,
struggling.
Zach, you've got to be looking at all the awards they've got.
This is a massive conference room.
It's big. The crazy thing is, it's too small.
Really?
When we have
For
like
the whole company?
Yeah, when you have like an all hands meeting, like there's not enough seats for everybody. How do we move through a doorway in this configuration?
That's a good question.
We sort of figured it out.
Is
on
that
the
a
fly.
leak tattoo?
It is a leak.
That's
tattoo. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
I really like that a lot.
It's,
Why leak?
So leaks are.
This one's pretty new.
I'm sure you've
This
said this a
one-
million times. Is this not good content?
No, I haven't. I don't know if I've explained it on camera a lot. It has to do with my dead dad. Oh, yeah, cue the sound. The soundboard. But
You wanna do the
no.
boo-boos?
So when my dad died, I realized how much basic cooking tasks really meant for me. The meditative aspect of just like hammering through vegetable prep. Leeks are notoriously one of the hardest vegetables to clean and prep because there's 1,000 layers. You have to separate all of them, wash the sand out from all of it. And so to me, it's like the idle hands are the devil's playground situation, where it's like if you are ever struggling, you can always just lose yourself into hard labor. And through hard labor, you'll be set free.
It's that kind of. That's the reason they got the signal because he's like interesting and has good stuff to say. That's a beautiful story.
And then I have
I
the
would give him
lower
gold
back,
again
the
if
lower
I
back
could.
tattoos.
Wait,
you
what do
have
you have
lower
on the
back?
Lower back
Have you not
ones.
seen them?
No.
I had my shirt off for a long time last time I was around you.
You've definitely been naked in our office a lot.
Yeah, I guess I'm always like front facing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Is that
No.
Babish?
So that is Babish. Yeah. I got his face tattooed on my lower back because I lost a bet.
That's so
Oh my
funny. You lost a bet
gosh.
to him?
Yeah, my show Food Fears at the time was nominated for a Streamy up against just his whole channel. And I kind of knew I was going to lose, but he was on Food Fears. And I was like, hey, let's make a bet. We have to get each other's faces tattooed, whoever loses. And then he won. Not only that, he couldn't make it. So I accepted the award for him. And I'd never done anything
so
like
funny.
that. I had just started. It was the first thing I'd ever done on camera, immediately nominated for a Streaming Award. And so I have to get up in front of all these other big YouTubers. And, I'm like 8 double scotches deep. And I'll never forget.
8?
Yeah, thank you. I'm big. But I got there and I just remember going, food is love, food is community. And then I walked away. And so it went pretty well.
That's awesome.
Love
You
that.
nailed it.
And you got the tattoo.
I got it.
Wow, you followed through. I can't believe you followed through on that. I would have made that bet and then not do
I
it.
never
just
did my lower
kidding.
back.
I imagine that you weren't engaged at that point.
I was.
You were. So
when I got the tattoo, yeah, Julia was in the room.
I've thought about getting a lot of joke tattoos, and I've come to a realization that like my body as a canvas no longer belongs to me wholly. Like I'm not the one that has to look at the stupid things that I do, and so I'm curious how she feels about a lower back tattoo of Babish.
I think she would rather it not be there, but that whole idea of my body no longer belongs to me, and I know you're saying that more as like a.
I mean visually.
Sure,
I mean
sure.
that I don't need to deal with the repercussions.
Your choices
of this.
no longer exist in a vacuum.
Yes.
I think it's really important that they do, though.
Yeah.
Like in a relationship, I think, and me and Julia are like, independence is really key to both of us. And I think when you see all these memes on Twitter, it's like, I want someone to be fully obsessed with me, and it's like, I don't.
Right. Sure.
To me, that's like the essence of like dehumanization. I know there's a fine line between not wanting you to get a joke lower back tattoo and dehumanizing to the point of obsession.
Dehumanize, yeah.
But to me, like, she is fully like, your body, your choice.
Hell
We
yeah.
need
That's
to be
so
able
awesome.
to live.
Yeah.
With those things fully separated.
This is the beauty of Josh. You throw out a little joke, and he gets into philosophy.
And he's going to bite in deep.
Sure am, man.
I love that.
As we move into the next room, I want you to so you tweeted out the other day that you got sort of a bucket list dream, that you got your big the guest of all guests for last meals. And I was sitting there thinking, interesting, because we haven't been invited on yet, and I'm sure that's just
So you've got to play it a little
What?
cooler. Like this.
No,
whole-
you
This
don't.
is
No, you don't.
wild for Zach to do. Yeah.
but you had
He does this a lot. Yeah. We took in the tripod on the road. We're sort of just going to different offices and Zach's
bullying
whining.
people.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You want to know
Wines.
what the even worse truth about that is? One of the Try Guys has been invited on.
Oh.
It's Eugene.
It just wasn't Zach.
Oh.
did he say no?
No, he was just like, I'm really busy. You should ask Keith.
And then you guys said we're good.
And so, actually, Zach, you are
I'm
the
the
only
only
one. Well, we
one.
never invited Keith.
By the way, though,
He's been on.
So it's a great show, and I've looked at it a lot, and I don't know how I would ever. I can't be a guest because my final meal would be all the shit that I can't eat,
Yeah.
and then I would just have crazy die for the next couple days.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all sacrifice for our art.
Right,
You know?
right.
Yeah. Like you
Yeah.
just plan for the diarrhea. You do a podcast on the toy.
Not that Hot Ones is like inviting me, but I don't even know that I could do it.
Hot
I
ones?
think you
Oh
might
my
just
God.
die. Like the
I-
inflammation would just
It
kill
would
you.
literally
Yeah.
kill me.
So this is a fantasy where you're invited on.
I started by saying they're not interested in us anymore.
Anymore? Did they ask you to be on?
No, I just mean like that show started with YouTubers, and now
Yes,
they're
no,
like,
it did.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
we're doing
like, yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion or bust.
Yeah, it started with like Tony Yayo, the rapper, was
Yeah.
the first ever guest on Hot Ones. Funniest thing about Hot Ones, it started off as a complete troll of the genre that they are now a part of.
That's
I don't know if you know
iconic.
this.
I
The
love it.
whole bit was like they wanted to start the anti-celebrity interview show, and they were like, if you get past the 10th wing of death, are you allowed to plug something?
Right.
Which
That was-
I loved that as a prep. It was so fun.
Same. And so it
That's
was,
funny.
an absolute troll job on what the genre was supposed to be. And now they've sort of dropped that shtick because it is just the biggest.
It's the biggest interview show.
100%.
Yeah,
Tell Jennifer Lawrence she can't promote her new movie.
I know, I
Fuck
know.
off.
Yeah, right.
Well, I had a story, but I have been doing whining as a bit, and Rainie is indicating that I've gone too
No,
far.
I'm curious
so-
about it. What is it?
Yeah,
Let's
now
hear
you
it.
sort of
Let's hear
teased it.
Go ahead, Zach. Let him just go for it.
Let's let it rip. So I've debated coming out clean about this because it does ruin our chance of ever consummating this relationship. But you
I think, and he knows that means to have sex with. Yes.
well, like
That was what I
emotionally.
said.
yeah.
So you just filmed an episode with Gordon Ramsay, very exciting.
Yes.
And I believe it was because he invited you onto his show. You guys, you went to, tell me about this. You went to Vegas, you filmed for his YouTube channel, and as part of it, it was like, hey, we'll film something with you.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know who thought they won in this exchange, but I think everybody because that was kind of confusing. Was it like, wait, are are we doing you a solid or are you doing us a solid? I don't know what goes on in the back rooms here.
Yeah.
All I know is we flew out to Vegas for one day, didn't stay over, flew out at 7 a.m, and it was a sandwich cook-off on a show, Idiot Sandwich. It actually comes out tomorrow from the time that we're recording it, so it should already be out. Unless y'all are. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I had to cook against Rhett and Link, which sounds like it should be a softball. But the problem is, I'm the only one that has anything to lose, right? And Gordon Ramsay's judging. And like Rhett knows how to cook, and he already took fried chicken sandwich off the board, which is something that I can cook really well in 20 minutes especially. And so Rhett's making like a
20
Nashville...
minutes?
20 minutes.
Oh,
intense.
That's
Yes.
so hard.
I ended up making him a like carne asada cheesesteak because I wanted to use this technique with sodium citrate in the cheese sauce to try and kind of like blind him with a little bit of science. And it worked because he was like, mate, you're like a young Heston Blumenthal. The chef of the Fat Duck, of course, 3 Michelin star.
We all know that.
Invented his signature dish was called meat fruit. You guys know it?
Yum.
It was a pate, but it was designed to look exactly like a clementine orange. It even had a leaf
so
on it.
sick.
Really
No,
sick,
I do not know
actually.
that.
Yeah. So we did that, and I won only because Rhett like undercooked his chicken. I think he might have beaten me. It was tough, and you're outside, and there's like a live studio
audience I saw.
audience.
Like the fuck.
They're screaming at you. I was throwing gobbets of raw meat at him. It was great, man.
Throwing raw meat at
It was
Gordon?
cool. Yeah.
What was it like meeting and getting to film with Gordon Ramsay?
He has a gravitational force around him that I have never experienced with anybody in my entire life. Like,
Is he hot?
He's
In
pretty
real
hot.
life?
I mean,
Like,
is he hot?
No,
In
he
real
is.
life, you know how like I
Sometimes.
don't think he's hot, but like if I met him, would I be like, shit?
Oh, you would
Sometime-
fall. You would
yeah.
fall.
He'd be like, thank you, love.
He has
some of his,
magnetism. He has
some of,
magnetism.
100%. Some of his first words were about how hot his wife was and how if you were him, you also couldn't stop impregnating her. You know, it was something because like Rhett was like, which again, magnetism, right? Rhett was like, hey, congrats, his latest son. Is that what they say? His latest son had just been
His most
birthed.
recent son just dropped.
And Rhett was like, hey, congratulations. And then Gordon was like, he was like, what is that, your 7th kid? And Gordon's like, yeah, 7. And if you saw my wife Tana, you'd understand why I couldn't stop. And we're just like, right, so sandwiches, right?
Holy shit.
It was very sweet, and it was definitely like meant to be praising his wife, but also like we'd known this man for 8 seconds talking about fucking his wife.
Yeah, I would say that.
Like, impregnating her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow, that's awesome.
Very cool, and honestly, love that. We also were invited on that show. I don't know if you guys know this.
Oh yeah, I did because I had to deal with it with the calendar.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we
Yeah.
were invited to compete on Gordon Ramsay's show, and he, as part of the reach out, they were like, and we will be on one of your shows. And we're like, holy shit, Gordon Ramsay on Phoning It In. It's happening for the next season. We want to do a bit where we use a voice changer, so you don't even know who the chef is. So like,
so
I probably would have brought you in. Gordon Ramsay is coaching you, and you don't know until, whatever.
You'd know.
Wow.
His fucking cadence.
Yeah,
he
you would
would've
know.
voiced
Also, wouldn't you
changed.
want to milk him?
calling me a
there?
donut?
Yeah,
the audience would know, the contestant
Oh.
wouldn't know.
That'd be
Got it.
so good.
And then, so we were ready. We put our hold on the calendar. We got our little hotel rooms. Ghosted.
No way.
No way.
Gordon Ramsay ghosted us.
Was it Justin? Were you talking to Justin? Okay, I don't know.
Maybe it went to spam.
I think what happened was they got you
That's a good
guys and
idea.
they said, we
Yes.
good.
Oh,
Suck it.
we already
Suck
got
that shit.
You see all those awards?
I have a gold signal award. What do you have?
What do you have, Zach?
I don't have a signal.
And Miles?
Well, I've got a Signal Award. It's silver. And I also have the Webby that I stole from The Office.
I want to get into the actual...
It could have also been Zach King. They could have replaced you with Zach King.
I also, by the way, don't blame him. Love Zach King.
Okay, I love that outfit up there.
Oh, that is awesome. Look
I
at
think
that
they
thing.
covered that in magnets and then threw Rhett and Link at like a wall to stick to.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh.
So that's all magnets?
Yeah, I think they took the magnets out of it.
They realized it was like a
Just
hazard
left
to the
the
electronics in the office. Hello.
Everybody, we got the tripod in the building. Can we come through?
So we're here in the
Hello.
actual Mythical Kitchen
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just call this the kitchen? Do you call this the set?
We literally call this the Mythical Kitchen.
Yeah, okay, right on.
The Mythical
yeah.
Kitchen.
And then that is just the kitchen.
The regular kitchen.
I love this kitchen. I love it. What the fuck is this? Why is it so hairy?
Oh, there's so much hair in it.
Ew, 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 ew.
Okay, so we're in the middle.
I
of-
want to eat it.
If you want to. Wait, do we have enough? Yeah, you
What
can
the
eat
fuck?
Is it edible?
Well, no, it's like doll's hair, right? What kind of hair is it? It's wig hair. It's
I
wig hair.
can't tell
Wig.
what smells are this and what smells are the world around me because I smell like
I don't want to
something
smell
very
that.
savory.
Yeah, like.
I smell.
I smell the jerky.
I smell the jerky, and then my nose goes to this, and it is hairy, and it is pink,
So-
and it does look. It's like when things start to sweat, that's concerning. But I smell the sweetness of this, but I still smell the jerky.
And
So
there's
the
hair.
jerky's not this.
And the hair. And the hair is. And talk to me about the hair.
Well, no, I'll tell you about the hair. I'm so glad you asked because we're shooting our short form day, which is where we bang out like 10 TikToks in a day, probably about 7 because we're doing this instead.
That's a good idea. Hey, Zach, take notes on our
I'm
schedule.
taking, yeah.
But anyway, so we're doing that. We do this series where we generally try and take trends and then just put our own little fucky fuck twist on them. And so people will make expensive.
Did he just say fucky fuck?
Well,
I
fucky
did like
fuck
that.
twist.
I liked
yeah,
that.
well,
That's
fuck,
cool.
That's the only way to describe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so people will make expensive foods on TikTok. Be like, this pizza's $1,000 and we put gold leaf and all this. We made a farcical version of that where we'll take like a fake Rolex watch and just like bake it inside of a meatloaf.
That's
and
so
so that's how we
awesome.
made a $27,000 meatloaf. And so this is actually
So stupid.
This is
That's
Annalise's
so
incredible joke idea where instead of using a fake diamond, we're saying that this is Taylor Swift's hair that we bought on eBay for $34,000. And we made a certificate of authenticity for Taylor Swift's.
That is a beautiful job.
Now, okay, so I know that like cooking is content, but how much food is just here at any given time? And if we wanted a little treat, would you oblige?
Zach is often requesting a little.
well,
Yeah, sorry. Is it vegan?
Is it a little vegan treat? Because I am dairy free.
What do we got? Do we
he
have
ruins
any little
everything.
treats for him?
I'll eat honestly. If you tell me this hairy cupcake is edible, I will eat it. Well, but I know, but I'll eat it. But like,
I'd be
what-
worried about the wig hair.
I'm worried
Because
okay.
also the wig hair has been baked too, so I don't think heat.
So it is carcinogenic.
Definitely,
Yeah, definitely.
What is this like ear that's inside of it?
It's just I think it's when spaghetti noodles stick together in the pot. I think the
that's a
hairs
bunch
did
of
that.
hair.
I think
Oh
the
my
hairs did
god. Oh my god.
that. What about just some of the cake batter? Is there hair in the cake batter?
Like, how often are y'all just cooking up little treats for shits and giggies?
Kind of often. Lily, you made that really, really great pork last week.
Oh yeah, I had leftover pork, like scraps, and I made some like chili pork.
Oh, that's awesome.
A
Yeah,
lot of family meal in here.
You guys do family meal?
yeah. Not like every day, but
Wow,
yeah.
that's the best.
So
That's
Josh, like, what are you doing today? Like, what you wake up
yeah.
and then you get to the office and you're not just cooking.
You're
on your computer.
I'm doing almost no cooking.
Oh, okay.
You're living
Yeah,
the dream.
No, it sucks. That's all I wanted to do. And in any creative profession, the more you sort
The
of
more successful you get, the less you do the thing that made you successful.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yeah.
Which is why when we do stuff like family meal, like we'll have leftover proteins and ingredients. I'll come in here during my lunch break and I'll whip up something.
Your 20-year trajectory is going to be like this bell curve of success where the more successful you are, the less tapped into your happiness you'll be.
Yep.
And then you're just going to be like, how do I get back to
This is so dark.
Run away, start a fish taco stand in Cape Town, South Africa.
Yeah,
that's where we're going.
Or the
with
movie
this.
Chef. It's sort of just that one for one.
Like, pretty much.
Yeah.
honestly.
no matter how successful you get in a field, you just go like, how do I get back to that place when I was broke and just doing it?
What would
Yeah.
that be for you, Zach?
Probably a crab shack in, what'd you say, Encinitas?
In Antonio?
You can't don't compete with me in the Cape Town American seafood
yeah, no,
market. There can
yeah.
only be one.
And you're just for
know,
fun.
only one.
Crab Shack. Yeah.
My success is going head to head with Josh, and no, it's
Your success is going head to head with Josh in a Crab Shack
And
situation.
losing.
Yeah, and losing. Yeah, to Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, I really want to be on a homestead.
Oh.
I want to have chickens, collect eggs, ride my horse, maybe.
I love that you said collect eggs as if you have to find where they are. I have to collect eggs out in the woods. Where are the eggs today?
Bake some bread, walk around
That sounds awesome,
Right?
honestly. I really like that as an end goal for Rainie.
as an end goal.
We had an
we got a
interesting
cookbook.
So yes, this is a mythical cookbook. These handsome men right here, they own our company, not him.
No, I do not. I don't own my IP.
You got
No,
equity
he
yet?
doesn't. He just eats ribs just like that out of the trash can.
Oh.
Yeah, look at him over the. He can see a little trash can.
You know, yeah, they photoshopped him in. He was actually over the trash can.
We haven't seen Rhett and Link in 2.5 years. Anything we shoot with them, it's just the shots are separate. Yeah.
So they have some cool recipes. Oh, this is actually all of us.
You had your
these
face.
are so
Look at us. We're
The
all
pictures
in
are so
hippie
great.
outfits, color matching, of course. And yes, her hair is actually red.
Oh, it was deep red in
It
that.
was super deep red.
Damn.
But there's
What's
some,
one page that no one's seen? Oh, I like that picture.
Oh, show my
Yeah, I'm
author
gonna
bio
just-
photo. Show my
okay,
author bio
okay.
photo. It's towards the end. It's good. Oh, this is a good
Oh, these
one.
are so
That
cute.
one's all of us.
I really love cookbook photos. Like they bring me so much joy.
This is also one of my favorite pictures.
Oh, with the baby octopus and
Yes.
the popcorn? Yes.
Because I would actually do that at the movies.
I used to eat a lot of squid.
I'm
in the
sorry,
movie
you brought
theater.
octopus to the movies?
Yeah, why not?
Well,
I just
not
never
why
heard
not.
of it being
It's just-
done.
it's
Don't
just-
act like it's so common. I would
I'm
like
guessing
to do it.
you got your own octopus. You brought it there.
Yes, I did.
Uh-huh.
I got it from Seattle. My uncle lives there. He ships me octopus
Yeah.
in bulk form, and then I take it to the movies and eat it like popcorn.
Dried or fried or what? I don't know. Something different.
Right.
yeah.
You know the deal.
Love a fried.
So what's the
octopus.
easiest recipe in here?
This is a good picture. We
Beef
shot
testicle
this
ragu.
with
Ooh,
the
okay.
caveat that this picture will never go in the book. So this is a testicle ragu held in front of my actual testicles.
And what? And then you're saying that photo won't go in the book?
Well, when we shot it, we were like, surely our publisher will never want this.
And it turned out they weren't really paying attention.
correct.
Love
And
that.
they don't have time to pay attention.
That's smart. You put it at the end of the book.
I found the easiest recipe. It's a bowl of liquid.
No,
Link
this is-
smoothie?
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Turn the page on Link Smoothie. I'm really proud.
That's the same
Wait, no,
picture.
turn back. So this is a fully animated children's story
Ooh.
about Link's smoothie. This is called The Tale of Horrible, No Good, Grumpy Old Smoothie Man. You want me to do a dramatic reading?
I like this too. If we just
Okay,
keep
cool.
playing
This
this
is
game, people won't even
phenomenal.
have to buy the book. We're just gonna just still frame through this episode.
I don't know what's going on with my brain, but there's definitely some terms. And so I started writing a head note, and the head note just turned into a fully animated children's story. Every morning, the villagers rejoice over breakfast. Burritos with grease-stained tortillas that barely, just barely, hide the cheesy treasures inside. Omelets so fluffy they look as if they should float among the clouds. Coffees and teas and juices and donuts and cakes, and oh, how you wouldn't believe the array of schmears and dollops and drizzles. The maple syrup river is flowing, the bagels roll freely down the lush green hills, and everyone sings merrily, for they are eating breakfast.
My favorite part is just Nicole grumpily typing in the background as if Josh pulls this shit like 3 times a day.
Read me again.
Well, not everyone. Off in the distance, past Ham Steak Hill and over the tippy top of Bacon Forest, you'll see the scowl of a lonely man who ceased his morning merrymaking long ago. He growls and frowns and winces as he lifts a cup of thick, gray-green sludge to his lips. Breakfast shouldn't be fun, the angry glasses man says. Link wears glasses. Breakfast is about routine. Breakfast is about practicality. Breakfast is about nutrition. He takes another long, self-assured slurp. A spinach smoothie is the only proper breakfast. He feels a gentle tug on his dusty brown sweatshirt. But mister, my mom said that if every villager doesn't eat a delicious breakfast, then Robo Vulture will snatch us up in his talons of steel and drag us to the gray place. It's little... It's little,
Great place.
it's
The
little
great place.
Stevie Swoopy, the tiniest villager of them all, who climbed all the way up Mount Marmalade to spread the message of breakfast cheer. Stupid children's stories, Glasses Man says as he swats Stevie Swoopy's tiny hand away. Almost as stupid as eating a bowl of sugary cereal for breakfast. Glasses Man is interrupted by the horrible shriek of a million nails scratching a million chalkboards. The ground shakes and the granola grass stirs beneath his feet as a terrifying shadow descends. A voice booms from beneath the beating metal wings. Horrible, no good, Glasses Man. Your sins cannot go unpunished. Glasses Man drops his smoothie and stares up at the monstrous robotic bird. No, it's simply not possible. But his protests are drowned out by the sound of the villagers as they ascend the ridge. Gray place, they chant.
Gray place.
Panicking, Glasses Man looks down and sees Stevie Swoopy's eyes now glowing red. Gray place, gray. And so
Wow.
The editor
Brava,
definitely didn't know
no,
that,
they
that
read
was
nothing.
coming.
They read none of the book.
They read none of the book.
No, they
Clearly.
read none of the book.
When does this book come out?
March 11th.
And I don't know if people know how this little fun game works, but if you pre-order it, you help Josh.
It's
You
really
help
good
the whole
to
team
pre-order a
rise
book,
right to the
yeah.
top because all
Oh.
of pre-orders count as week 1.
Oh, that is good. That's a good tip.
So if you want to help this team get on the bestseller list, you buy that shit now. It is so cool to have something like real that you made, and then at the end of this, people are going to be making your recipes. Hopefully not the bull testicle one.
Hopefully, it's actually really good. It's really good.
Where the fuck are they going to get their own bull testicle?
I don't know, man. Wherever you
Butcher.
get
They go to the butcher.
Amazon's going to drop the price of bull testicles. They're going to see that's a hot item, and then all your local bull testicle sellers are going to be out of business.
But you're gonna have people sending you photos of them ingesting your recipe.
Yeah, no, as somebody who's been in professional recipe development for 10 years, I would know nothing about what that feels like. That's crazy, Zach. Wow. What a,
I was going to say, Zach, it feels like you think he just released his first video or something.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see all the awards in that
The
conference
cookbook
room?
that I published in 2016, like
no one bought that one.
Know about that one. Know about that. Same photo team actually. Though.
Well,
We got the
Zach
band
always
back
at the
together.
office, you can see him. He's always looking through his book, and he's just sort of reading through it to himself, laughing aloud.
It's how I remember my life.
Yeah. Gonna be like, he
So-
goes,
This is nice to me. This is a plate. This is a tray of all the ingredients you need, and I think I would cook a lot more if I had that.
Well, that's
Mise en
all.
place.
Thank you.
Mise en place.
Thank you for doing all the mise en place. You do the Lord's work.
Like that's fun.
I can't
Yeah,
see it on
yeah.
black, but
Well,
okay.
that's- so-
I thought you were talking about the trash can.
So that's for the strawberry cupcakes, the $34,000 strawberry cupcakes, the Taylor Swift Taylor. We're actually going to start by making. That's just like a very good, legit strawberry cupcake recipe with dehydrated strawberry powder, actual like macerated strawberries, a little bit of cream cheese, just kind of like thicken it. Oh, cream cheese frosting. That's fun. But then yeah, we're gonna ruin it with hair from a wig.
Show us. Let's look inside your refrigerators.
Let's go. Let's jump in the
I
fridge.
want to know what just.
I'll do
kinda-
it. No, Nicole. Here, Nicole, you take
Zach, I'm making the sticks.
You take them. I'm gonna go grab a fizzy beverage.
Okay.
I would love,
love a
a fizzy
fizzy.
beverage.
ooh, dealer's choice.
Yeah,
I'm not allergic to anything.
Chef's choice. Yes, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Yes, chef.
Do you guys say that a lot
Thank you,
here?
chef. Yeah, that must have been a big moment.
Hey, baddies. Welcome to my crib. So, this is the Mythical Kitchen fridge.
Ooh, empty.
Ooh, yum.
So,
This looks like someone who, like in college, what their fridge would look like.
little bit
It's just condiments and
yes.
some leftover from 8 weeks ago.
a little serial killery, but that might be on brand sometimes. We have a lemon pepper flavored Walmart. Is this Walmart? Walmart rotisserie chicken. And then this is something Lily is working on
Yeah,
for
what the-
GMM.
Whoa.
It's incredible.
What
Is it
this?
a turkey?
Is this a stuffing covered turkey?
She'll explain it.
We do this thing called Inside Out Foods. And so instead of putting the turkey on the outside, it's going to go on the inside. And the stuffing, instead of the inside, it's going to go on the outside.
That's awesome.
Isn't this incredible? Look
That's
at
so
it.
cool.
Look at that. Painstakingly molded by Lily Cousins
And then you're
herself.
gonna put turkey
Wow.
on the outside of the stuff.
In the inside.
In the inside.
Oh, you're back with the bubblies.
Beach plum. I have beach plum LaCroix. I have key lime.
I'm gonna go
LaCroix.
key lime because I do think that beach plum tastes a little like sunscreen.
Well, so okay, so you asked earlier like what my normal day is like. So earlier today we had the founder of Noma's Fermentation Lab in to record for their podcast, and they did a call-in section, and somebody called in and asked how they flavor the key lime and limoncello LaCroix, and she has a PhD in flavor chemistry.
Whoa.
And so she was like, I've never had them, and I run to the fridge and I grab the key lime and limoncello, and she tastes it, and she's immediately like, okay, so it's obviously some sort of vanillin or a vanillin base to try and get that sort of creaminess that you'll get from the dairy. And then they're probably using a natural, and she just went. She was like, there's probably
Whoa.
butyric acid in there. And I'm like, this is the coolest thing. And I'm so dumb. I was the dumbest person in the room. There were probably like 5 other people on this podcast, and they all knew so much more about food than me. And it was so cool.
Yeah,
That's
the room
awesome.
you want to be in.
So this
Yeah.
is which one is the one that tastes like sunscreen? I want to try it.
I feel like beach plum. Well, no, this is key lime. This is the one that they had on the podcast earlier. To me, beach plum or coconut flavored stuff often tastes like sunscreen.
Definitely the
And
coconut
LaCroix
one.
in general kind of tastes like it's a candle. I feel like that to me recently.
How do
I've
you- yeah.
moved to the Spindrift game, which I know. Hey, we're doubling
You
the
living
price,
rich.
and I'm living.
I'm gonna
living
go ahead
large.
and say it. Too much flavor.
Malibu, I think tastes like sunscreen in a good way.
What's Malibu like the
Like-
rum?
Yeah,
Rainie's always
Okay.
sipping at the office. She's always drinking rums.
I want
Malibu.
my brother's like a big wine guy, and I had never gotten into wine because I didn't want the thing that he had, and so I got
Right.
really into making cocktails. And so he came over one day, and I spent like 12 hours trying to like make a really cool cocktail. I was trying to do like a modern take on a tiki drink, and so I made like a coconut vinegar shrub and infused like rum with lemongrass. I did all the stuff, and I made it, and I tasted it, and it was really good. And then he tasted it, and he goes, "Tastes like Malibu and pineapple." And then I tasted it. I was like, "Oh shit! I accidentally just made Malibu
made
and pineapple
Malibu.
from scratch."
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I definitely want to hear more about your you and your brother's relationship.
Yeah, and also because you sort of seem to be a little competitiveness there.
Yeah,
So
we had him on the
what's-
podcast once.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was called "Is Wine a Scam?"
That's your award-winning podcast.
The award-winning,
The award-winning
Gold
one.
Signal Award. What color is your Signal Award?
Oh, it's silver, unfortunately.
Silver,
I know it's not
bummer.
gold. I have a question for you about two things. One, because you're a food man, have you been to the French Laundry? That's sort of my dream trip, is to go and sample the local fare.
I never have. I've never been to a 3 Michelin-starred restaurant. I've only been to a couple 2s.
I went to Providence in LA, and it was by far the most amount of money I've ever thought about spending on food.
Okay,
but it was incredible.
I bet you have a foodographic memory. I want you to think. Do you have in your mind right now, if I said the best bite of blank, best bite of chicken you've ever had?
I bet I could figure it out.
What's the best bite of chicken you've ever had?
The best bite of chicken that I ever had. This is a really trite answer. It's actually Howlin' Ray's in the original days, and it was their chicken breast. It was the first bite of chicken that ever got me to understand how good a chicken breast could be. It ate like a steak in its purity. And just the way it was seasoned. This is back in his food truck days before he ever had a standalone restaurant. Like I was one of the first people to, not to brag, to write about the spot because it was a truck that posted up like a half mile from my brother's apartment. And so we used to brown bag wine and just walk there. So I was the first person to ever
Brothers
have.
into wine.
He's into wine. I don't know if you've heard. Yeah, but I think that's still the best bite of chicken I've ever had.
Best bite of fish.
Okay, so we're just going down
best
the
bite of fish.
Going down the list.
Anna Jack Thai. So they did a whole branzino, but there's a dude named Lee Wei who owns a spot called The Joint. He started maybe America's first dry-aged fish program. And so he was dry-aging branzino, and then he gave that to Justin Peachet Runksy over at Anna Jack, and then he made this whole branzino dish with like, there's a fried fish with like green apple dish in Thai cuisine. And he made a version of that, but it had this beautiful, just like strained cilantro, green apple jus. Best bite of fish I ever had. So pure.
Best bite of sandwich.
Here we go.
Best bite of sandwich.
I'm really fucking into this.
No, I'm
you
loving
guys
this.
are.
The way you talk is poetry.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Really. I also want to know about. So you were a food critic, or you were a food reviewer?
So a food critic wouldn't have said that I was a food critic, but a normal person would have said I was a food critic.
Okay, you wrote about food.
Correct, and I would
Yeah.
critique.
You had like a
restaurants,
letterboxed, but for food.
No, it was for Los Angeles Magazine, and I wrote.
Why would people say what you weren't a real food critic?
So in like capital J journalism, I want to talk about my sandwich in a sec, but in capital J journalism,
That one's on
there's
deck.
like very specific kinds of writing, and criticism is a very specific style of writing
I
to
see.
engage in. And there tend to be a lot of rules about food critics, right? Some would say if you're not anonymous, you cannot properly be a food critic, and there's still one anonymous critic in LA named Bill Addison.
Well,
and I've seen him
I'm
once.
pretty sure I know his name.
Yeah,
How anonymous can he be?
nobody knows what his face looks like. Apparently.
It's obviously you.
Have you tried going on Facebook? I'm sure we could figure this out.
No, he has actually like maintained, like Jonathan Gold even was anonymous, quote unquote, until like 5 years before he tragically passed.
Yeah.
But everybody knew what he looked like because he was a larger than life man and very famous. But Bill Addison still can fly under the radar. But when I was working,
That's awesome.
host stands would have pictures of me like at the restaurants because there were only like 8
Wow.
food journalists in LA.
Yeah.
And so they would just have like descriptions and pictures and also lists of aliases we went by. And I only had one. It was Thorbild Jakobsen. I went on a
Thorbild
Thorbild Jakobsen. I would
Yeah.
speak in a bit of a Norwegian accent.
That's
you know,
nice.
it's my father's name. I mostly go by Thor.
They've got a picture of you, and you're like, "That's not Thorbild."
I was a traveling fiber optic cable salesman. Just
They're
here in
like, "We
town.
didn't ask. We're just gonna seat you."
Yeah, most people don't just come in yelling their job
What's
in a
your
fake
job?
accent.
Yeah.
Josh is fully undercover. He's like in a trench coat with someone else underneath it. Hi, I'm Thorbild Jakobsen. I just come here for the conference,
Hello,
but no mind me.
Doctor.
Too many props.
Yeah, how many people? Well, let me tell you about my mother.
My mater.
My
mater.
mater.
It's a heart
Mater.
that beats that dentalated mater. Anyways, yeah, so that was the deal with that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Sandwich. So
Sandwich.
it's Woodrose in Philadelphia. So they make a cheesesteak. Problem with fancy cheesesteaks is most places get it wrong, but this spot, they just hit all the proportions right, and then they make their own homemade truffled cheese whiz. Which is
Whoa.
really incredible. So you have like all of the trappings of just a normal dirtbag cheesesteak, which is the bread's a little too soft, it's all a little too wet, it's all a little too greasy. It's that, but with this beautiful homemade truffled cheese whiz that keeps all of the form that you love, like that Bauhausian nature of a cheesesteak, of like it is inimitable in its actual form, and then you get that little bit of just truffle whiz on there, taking away that like plasticine aspect of actual cheese whiz.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
so
It's
hungry.
Fucking gorgeous, man. So good.
That's beautiful.
How do you feel about American cheese?
Love it.
It's so good. What do you do? It's
I don't like it, but I do apologize for that reaction.
There's
I feel bad
different
about
there's
that.
different grades of
It's
American
perfect
cheese.
melter.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
And
Okay.
there's some new innovations coming out in the American cheese. There's a chef named Eric Greenspan who used to
Because it's synthetic, right?
what do you mean by synthetic? What do you think American cheese is?
Isn't it like not real cheese?
How do they make it? How do they make it?
Like with chemicals in a lab?
What kind of chemicals?
I don't know a single
Busted.
chemical.
Is your argument that it's like, well, it's food broken down, processed in that way, so it is therefore food?
All food is chemicals, MSG, right? Monosodium glutamate, which we all know the racist history of now, yada yada. It's literally just found in seaweed, and that's how they initially synthesized it. It just exists. MSG just exists. It's in tomatoes. It's in anything that's been fermented. But people would say, well, it's a chemical. So the chemical that makes American cheese is called sodium citrate, and all it does is it binds water with fat and protein. So it's an emulsifier. And so American cheese is just cheese mixed with milk.
Oh, interesting.
That's the
okay.
best.
That's it.
I stand corrected.
That's it.
And
but
you
a lot
didn't
of
think you were
people-
going to learn today, but you just did.
That's
Audience?
processing.
Please vote us for Single Awards
Nope,
2024.
nope.
We have
Nope.
cool guests.
Yeah, and so there were a lot of videos of people taking a lighter to cheddar cheese and then taking a lighter to American
Right.
cheese.
I think that's what I've seen.
Yeah, so the reason that happens is the cheddar cheese, the fat is simply separating from the protein in the water when it is applied with direct heat, whereas the sodium citrate in American cheese is just making sure that it doesn't. And sodium citrate is a very simple chemical, actually, and it there's a lot of harmful stuff to actually worry about in food. Glyphosate seems bad. A lot of hundreds of $1 million. Yeah, it's on everything, so you're fine. So you can't avoid it. But anyways,
Is it in Europe? Because isn't it like when you go to Europe, you feel better because the food is better?
I think you're just walking.
Oh.
And also,
people do
you're
say
probably
that.
on vacation.
Well, people
And
say it's
you're
like
not
about
as
the wheat or
stressed.
something. I don't know, but I'm curious to hear about that. Is that bullshit?
I don't think it's completely bullshit because I've heard people gluten intolerance, yada yada. But I think it's mostly that you're likely on vacation, and
You feel good.
feel
you feel
good.
fucking better on vacation.
You
like
poop
what?
way better on vacation.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And you're like
I haven't-
active and walking around and not stressed about your job.
Shout out
and,
to vacation poops in the
you know?
chat.
Yeah.
Leave a vacation poop in the chat.
VP's
Josh,
done.
with the time we have left here, we're getting to
How long
live
have we
out
been here?
many a fan's
An hour.
fantasy by being here in the office. I want to know. Show me some of your faves. I want to see your favorite pot.
And maybe we just
I'm
show
thinking,
one.
Yeah, just
And
be
maybe
round.
we just
and
show
just
one, and
pot.
then we hit the last segment.
Oh, there's only one tool that I like.
Does the audience know this?
Okay.
This one, man.
Wooden spoon.
Yeah, you can.
No,
well,
I
no,
agree.
it's a flat
I
build.
agree.
It's a
Yeah.
flat build.
Tell
This
me-
way you can scrapey at it,
Oh,
but
that's
also
awesome.
you can scoopy at it.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So
'Cause if
this
you're
is
using-
a wooden spoon with a flat
Scrapey with
edge,
that.
and it looks like it's worn to shit.
Yeah,
This
been
is
used.
seen.
feel it's smooth.
This is seen,
Heavily smoothed.
Yeah.
This wood spoon has seen some stuff.
Check this out. This wood spoon, rough, hardly ever used
Ooh.
because you can't scrapey. What do you
Yeah,
get?
you
A
can't be
centimeter
scrapey
contact.
with that.
This one.
That's awesome.
Boy, yeah.
Honestly, I'll tell you what. I got my. I need to work on my. I'm looking at all your knives over here. I need to work on my sharpening.
Yeah.
I got a whetstone, and I find it to be so fucking difficult.
So hard.
By
to
the way,
sharpen
if
my
you're gonna
knives.
try and rob a YouTuber, don't let it be Mythical Kitchen. They got lots of stabby things.
Yeah. No, and we're all a little on edge all the time.
Yeah,
too.
we'll stab the shit out of you. Actually,
You got the free Red Bulls, and it's not. There's so Red Bull once got sued because there's not enough caffeine in it.
Not enough.
because it doesn't give
Yeah.
you wings, right?
It doesn't give you. Well, it cannot legally be considered an energy drink because.
What?
My theory is that it's European, and Europeans don't understand how much caffeine we consume.
I feel
'Cause they're
like it's crazy. It makes me feel crazy.
No, placebo.
They got
'Cause
sued
coffee is
for
way more.
not being
Placebo?
unhealthy enough.
I got like $3 in the mail from that. Yeah.
Because you like signed the petition that was like, I drink Red Bull at this time
No,
period.
I was signed up on the Red Bull website and they emailed me. But no, we have free Red Bulls, and so I drink all of them. But there's not enough caffeine, so I have to drink 3 a day, and then it's the taurine that gets you.
How much
and
caffeine?
not coffee? You
There's
don't-
87 milligrams of caffeine in one of those, so you have to drink 3 to get up to about 260, which is about what a grande coffee from Starbucks would have.
and you just like the taste better than coffee?
Yeah. If
Yeah.
we had cold brew, I'd drink that, but we
Oh,
don't.
you don't like
A
the
cold
hot.
brew is high.
All right, you hear
potency.
that, Red and Link?
Yeah.
Mythical Kitchen wants a little cold brew
Smosh,
machine.
Smosh has cold brew.
Smosh has cold brew on
They have
tap?
like canned. Well, no, just canned. Yeah. But
Show
like-
us your favorite place to sit and think.
Okay, come here. Come here.
Whose office is this?
This is Kevin. Kevin is a VP. We got about 15 VPs now.
What? You have a ripstick?
We got a ripstick.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
that's so sick.
What? What's a ripstick?
So
Okay.
ripstick is a way to travel, Zach. Think about the best way to travel from the future. Think about the most efficient way to possibly travel.
You gotta wiggle your back foot constantly to keep it moving. And in college, when we were too drunk to sleep, we would take all of our skateboards and we'd go to the parking garages in Santa Barbara, and we'd just bomb the parking garages and we'd try and take skate videos. But we had one friend who had a ripstick.
Yeah.
And this man would be, 9 Jaeger bombs deep, and we'd be at the top of a parking garage, and he'd jump on the ripstick.
That's 18 drinks.
And the fact that this man is still alive today.
That's impressive.
That is,
Yeah.
I mean, I used to bike home from the bar in college, and there was a couple times when I remember waking up on my bike while it was moving. That also used to happen because I
It's a
opened
DUI.
I opened the.
That is.
You can get a DUI for
Just kidding. But what's the statute of limitations? No, I used to also, I would open the coffee shop and I would be so tired in the morning after like going out partying that I would remember being on my bike, and I just remember leaving my house and then waking up on my bike, like that feeling of waking up from slumber while I was in motion. And it was very scary, and it rocked me to my core.
Well, Josh, as an avid viewer of the Tripod, award-winning in our own way, I'm sure you know what's next.
Well, I've never seen it. I'm sorry. I listened to one episode,
it's
and
just,
you're
like,
not
so
gonna like.
embarrassing.
You're
It's
not gonna
like-
like the episode that I listened to.
It's like, it's a good thing that like you do have a successful business, because it's like bringing your friend around who just like thinks that everybody pays attention.
What is the one episode you listened to?
I don't want to tell you.
Well, tell me.
I don't want to bring it up.
Of course,
you
it's
know
what
what it
happened.
is.
Of course, it's what happened. What do you mean?
What was it? What was the title? It was
What
something
happened,
like "We Need
period.
to Talk." Or
No, it's
like,
called What Happened, period.
It was called "What Happened." Period.
By
I
far
listened
the
to that
most
one.
viewed episode.
Did you like it?
I thought it was. I thought it was good. I want to know what happened. I've only listened to one episode of Ear Biscuits, and it was "Have we ever kissed?" And then like 3 minutes in, they said no, and I clicked out.
You got the answer.
Got the answer. They should have delayed
They
that.
clickbaited you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do that too.
What Happened Part 2? Not a bad idea for a clickbait.
Red and Link did that with their like they did the whole like spiritual deconstruction thing, and they just did like spiritual deconstruction part 2 Electric Boogaloo, and they're like still don't believe in God. And
Yeah,
it works,
That's
man.
baller.
Well, Josh, you strike me as a man that has a lot of things figured out, but you also kind of strike me as a guy who needs advice. Can I get an uh-huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And when we need advice, should we close the door? I didn't. Slamming the door seems
There
like
There
a
was something about
choice.
closing the door that really rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't know why.
Zach was like, I don't think anybody else should really.
Yeah, it was like, what's gonna... By the way, I'm looking at a diagram of someone showering
It's
in the
Link.
corner.
That's
It's Link?
Yeah.
Not even someone.
This is advice that'll go for miles with your host, Miles Bonsignore.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune it to your radio station. It's advice that'll go for miles. Everyone get ready, Miles Nation. Miles Nation, go. It's advice that'll go for miles. Advice that'll go for miles.
Have you ever wanted to rediscover what it is to kiss?
Yeah, a lot.
But what about if I told you could kiss while also being healthy for you about it?
Oh.
I'd like that, I think.
I want you to grease up your fingers and prepare to lift off. Because I've been eating scrambies with my fingies.
I'm sorry, is the advice that you've been eating scrambled eggs with your fingers?
I have been having a premonition about how I should have scrambled eggs.
Oh.
And I'm using my fingies about it because basically, now hold on everyone. Okay, let's bump the brakes. Basically what I've been doing is making scrambies for my baby. In the morning.
He's a father.
I'm a father.
Congrats.
Can you believe that?
Can you believe that?
You kind of have a
Sometimes
warm,
I think
nurturing
about it, I'm like,
energy.
that's crazy. But I make scrambies for my baby in the morning, and then and he's eating them with his fingies.
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna get out a spoon, drop the spoon onto his little platter?
Okay.
Because he's gonna scramby. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, I might as well have a taste with my fingies. And I found that it sort of made me rediscover scrambies in a fun way.
Josh,
We have claws on our arms, and they're called hands.
Josh, as a cookbook author coming out in March or whatever.
I already wrote a cookbook, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, but you
Second.
I'm plugging it.
2-time.
So as an award-winning podcast host, 2-time cookbook author, what is your thought on the mind-body-food connection?
Oh, I actually think it's really important. There are a lot of cultures that primarily eat with their hands, and they also tend to have better relationships with food than I think we do in America. Also, the Church of England banned forks because they said that it was against God, and God already granted us the utensils that we need, and I fully agree with that.
Well, sometimes I've been, you know, when you're at a fancy restaurant and they have like wings on the menu, it's kind of a toss-up. It's sort of like I remember going to a fancy restaurant and we ordered like ribs or something, and they came out and they were all beautifully plated, and me and my wife were looking around like, are we supposed to fucking use a fork on this? Like, that's crazy. And we did it, and we saw like other people around were sort of like gently going in, and we were like, we're going to use our ham hocks to suck down these ribs.
Going back for a second, you said that the Church of England, like you can't have fork. Because certainly British people use forks.
No, now you can. But for a time, I believe it was in the 1500s, forks were seen as blasphemous. But I did a whole podcast about how we should ban forks.
Damn.
Again, but I want to talk about Sylvia Plath for a second.
Show.
Yeah, Sylvia.
Have you guys read The Bell Jar?
I did long ago, though.
Okay,
in high school.
There's a scene where she's out with like a very famous poet. She's working for a literary agent, and he eats Caesar salad with his hands. But she says he does it so deftly and so confidently that to eat Caesar salad any other way would seem stupid by compare. And I know that it was all about male hubris and privilege.
Yeah, sure.
Except I read that as a dude, and I was like, dude, hand salads are in, baby. You know, and like I'm not gonna Google what happened to Sylvia Plath. I hope she had a long career though. You know?
Spoiler alert.
So.
Should we go eat something with our hands before we leave? Do you have a salad?
We
here?
certainly don't have time for that. But Zach, it's been awesome to have you on the podcast.
Gotta wash this whisk now. I dropped it.
But if you had one cookie, because I'm also sort of a cookie at home. I cook.
Okay.
And
cookie as a gotcha.
Okay.
I'm sort of a cookie. And what do you think is an underrated food that people should be cooking more in their own homes that they might be intimidated about?
I think everybody should cook chicken adobo. I don't know if people are particularly
cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a very simple like chicken braised dish. If you really break it down, I mean, you need 5 ingredients. It's like soy, vinegar, garlic, onion, and like some peppercorns. Bay leaf if you got it. And it is delicious, nutritious, hearty. Also just want to promote vegetables, man.
Oh yeah.
Eat a vegetable. They're great.
Veg.
Honestly, making salad is pretty easy. Also, what do you think about bay leaves? Do you think they add flavor, or do you think it's a hoax?
Bay leaves absolutely do add flavor. We've tested.
I think it's a hoax. Rainie is hot on the boots on the ground saying that bay leaves are bullshit.
You know what bay leaves are? Bay leaves to me are love. They are when you say I've cooked with love, all you really mean is I added an imperceptible bay leaf, and I don't know why, but it's because the person before me told me to.
Oh,
and so it's that implicit
cute.
trust.
I do love
really
that.
But scientifically, they are definitely doing things.
Yeah,
because
they add flavor.
Yeah, it's like a leaf that you're putting in your thing.
It's so honestly
You know
like
what I mean?
this episode could be 4 hours long because I want to keep putting coins in your machine about food stuff.
And
but
when you cook, you use oil.
Yeah, I do.
Sorry, Zach. Sorry, Zach doesn't cook. His butler does it. But although he does have a doven.
A what?
Double
What are
oven.
your thoughts on having a doven?
Oh, double oven. You
Two
mean like
ovens.
2 ovens. That's really cool for somebody who doesn't cook. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, the butler uses.
Can I come over and like?
Honestly, yes.
Actually, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Josh came to our holiday party and he said that he wanted to cook for me, and I need to take advantage.
You got to
of that.
take him up on that, Zach. That's a big opportunity.
You know
for
what we've been doing? Okay, actually, this is
I also
huge.
told Quasey I was going to Trinidad with him.
Oh yeah, Quasey's trying to get everyone to go to Trinidad.
I really want to go to Trinidad.
That sounds amazing. I would be so thrilled.
Um,
We've been doing as a little nighttime treat baked apples.
Oh, that's awesome,
dude, love a baked apple.
We've been you core that motherfucker out, pour in some honey, some allspice or cinnamon, and then you just let it rip. And then we have crushed candied walnuts that we put in the middle.
Dude.
And it is so easy.
That's awesome.
And it is so like warm and comforting, and you just feel like, ooh, it's winter, but I don't even
Are you
care.
putting it in the oven? It's like $4.25.
We put it in the oven for hundo.
Or hundy.
For a while, right? How long you letting those bad boys run?
Forever.
What about an air fryer? You think I could sort of hack time that way with a baked apple?
You report back. You let me. I know you can do it just on like a stovetop.
I'm such a little air fryer slut that I really am not using my oven that much.
Yeah.
But it's because I had a bad oven previously.
I bet you if you had 2 of them, you'd change that too.
You change your tune.
2 ovens and a butler, baby. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Josh, it was a real pleasure to infiltrate your world for an hour. You have anything you want to tell the people?
Nope.
Sick.